It is now coming here, creating what we call objective employment, yeah, which will ensure it is sustainable. The only thing I urge these manufacturers is to ensure you export. It is very important. Don't just target Kenyan market.
One way of creating jobs for our youth is through industrial jobs, and that is why we are building these industrial parks to be able to attract industrial investors to set up industries here and create jobs for our youth. But most importantly, when these industries are set up, most of their raw material, they have to get it from our local communities. Yeah. So because we are attracting investment that with backward integration into as input to their processes. So that one will also create us a market for our farmers and for the source of raw material that is we have here in Murang'a County and Kenya as large. But most importantly, once they get the raw material, acting as a market for the raw material by our farmers and creating the industrial jobs for our youth, we want once they produce, we want them or encourage them not only to sell to the Kenyan market, but to sell to the export market, because the president's agenda is to expand the market, the international market, and the people who can set up here, they can be able to access international market duty-free, quota-free. We have been able to open almost half of the global market. Just, I'm telling you, this year we are going to sign an agreement with China. That is almost 1 billion people, and we can also export whatever we are producing here from an industrial production point of view.
The human nature, the humankind has developed from being hunters, gatherers. From there, they start keeping cows, goats, Thereafter, they graduate into agriculture. But the process of development from agriculture to full development requires industrialization. And that process is very, very important because Kenya is to a very large extent an agricultural country. But therefore, it means we cannot achieve full development until we graduate from just being producers of agricultural products to manufacturers and adding value to agricultural production. So this process of industrialization is very, very critical and very, very important. And therefore this Ministry of Industry is very important. And it's also important to add what the governor has said, that you must focus on international trade. You manufacture food for domestic market and for international market.
The unique thing about this industrial park is the fact that it is located in an agricultural area, and as you know, Kenya has been losing up to 40% during post-harvest losses. So the impact is that we'll be able to utilize all our agri-resources, add value, and be able to export outside of the country as well as sell locally.
When you think of what you are doing here, it's an ecosystem of industries. You have the transportation that will be booming here. You have other retailers that will take our products. You have the construction industry. Anything that you may want for construction, we'll make it here. Not only that, we are also attracting investors. We have a design of about 5 other factories in our park. We don't expect to get all that money from our pockets. We will attract local investors who can also do what? Build other factories within our park. That will create employment. This morning, as the governor said, we already provided employment for about 50 people. That's just breaking the ground. We expect by the time we are done with phase 1, we have employed thousands of people from the local area.
The process that we began 3 years ago to ensure that we bring investors to Murang'a, we are breaking ground today, and we are continuing to bring more investors. What does this mean for the people of Murang'a? It means employment for the young people. It also means supplying raw materials to this place. It also means housing employees of this industrial park. It means more business for the people of Murang'a. And this is how we can be able to grow the opportunities of this country. It also means that the people of Murang'a can be able to self-determine because of these opportunities that we are creating here.